Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to The Power of One. Today we're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Book 3, Chapter 8, The Puppet Master. Folks, I really appreciate you joining me on this ride. It has been a hell of a ride so far. This show is shaping up to be one of the better ones that I've seen in quite a long time. It's story driven. There's plenty of callbacks, which to me has always just screamed consistency in a show, which is very important to me. If your characters can't look at a situation they're currently in and go, hey, this reminds me of this, it doesn't seem real, you know? And I like that this show quite often does that. So it's a bonus for me. From here on, I think it's going to be riding that hill of excitement, because we're getting to the crest of that roller coaster, and it is just going to be a free ride full of throwing your hands around and screaming, I think. I'm very much looking forward to it, honestly. But all good things do eventually come to an end, and that is a good lesson to always remember. Things will end. We have that choice to try and desperately hang on to them or let them pass and bring on the new thing. It can be hard. There is so much comfort in things that we've grown attached to. But you have to make sure that you're not holding on to that thing just because of the feeling of comfort. Now, that's everything from relationships to clothes. You know as well as I do, you have that shirt that you really should have thrown out a year ago. I'm looking at you. Right there. You have that shirt that you should have thrown out. It's true. But it brings you comfort, right? On those days you get to just let everything loose, you throw that shirt on and relax. I get it. But there does come a time where you have to admit to yourself something is over. Relationships are the same way. The comfort may be there. You still may care for them greatly, but it may not be what's best for you or them. One of the hardest things I've had to do in life is understand that I was not good for somebody. And so I had to make that decision. Even though I loved them with everything I had. So it is a painful lesson, but one that I ask you to keep in mind. Don't cling to things that have had their time and gone. Move on. Speaking of moving on, I really want to see more of this show. So I think it's about time for us to get into the episode.
And they knew the blade of Wing Fun was haunted!
And his own sound effects is awesome.
A month later, Mom realized she hadn't seen her friend Nini since the storm. So Mom and some others went to check on Nini's
It took
family.
a month? What kind of friend is that?
Nini's house stands empty to this day. But sometimes people see smoke coming up from the chimney. Like little Nini is still trying to get warm.
Go Katara.
Wait! Guys, did you hear that? I hear people under the mountain, and they're screaming.
Hello, children.
How did she not hear the old lady coming?
You would have me use my feminine charms to take advantage of that poor man? I think you and I are going to get along swimmingly.
And then you can sew up this little mystery lickety-split Avatar style.
Helping people. That's what I do.
He's a Winchester?
This is a mysterious little town you have here.
Mysterious town for mysterious children.
Called you on your shit?
She's a nice woman who took us in and gave us a place to stay. She kind of reminds me of Gran.
Why was there a face on that cabbage?
Just an ordinary puppet-loving innkeeper, huh? Then why does she have a locked door up here?
Probably to keep people like you from snooping through her stuff.
Right? I mean, come on, man. This is getting a little bar.
You're breaking into a private room.
I have to see what's in there.
But why? Like, legit, what is... I get that he's a little paranoid about things, but since when has this been Sokka?
And I knew you were keeping a secret, so I guess we're both right. But I'm sorry we were sneaking around.
Apology accepted.
But why? Why would the apology be accepted? Why would he be doing that? I mean, I get plot convenience and whatnot, but that level of invasion seems way overboard for Sokka.
We did our best to hold them off, but our numbers dwindled as the raids continued.
That is a really good question. What the hell would they do with all those waterbenders? Because I don't know that they've addressed that yet. I know they put all the earthbenders on that coal mining platform, but what would they have been doing with the waterbenders?
Growing up at the South Pole, waterbenders are totally at home surrounded by snow and ice and...
That's it. That's the voice of Mom from Futurama. That bugged me.
I don't see anything that would make a spirit mad around here.
Maybe the moon spirit just turned mean.
The moon spirit is a gentle, loving lady.
Tonight I'll teach you the ultimate technique of waterbending. It can only be done during the full moon.
Can only be done during a full... Blah, words are hard. Can only be done during a full moon. She's probably pulling the water out of people, out of vengeance.
What? Can't you see I'm busy? Got a full moon rising.
I see a pale moon rising. Wrong thing? Okay.
For generations, it has blessed waterbenders with its glow, allowing us to do incredible things. I've never felt more alive.
Vertifirk?
Place.
I can't see anything down there.
That's why you have me. Let's go.
Nice! Role reversal. Gotta love it. Yes! Every time she metal bends, I just absolutely love it.
The rats that scurried across the floor of my cage were nothing more than skins filled with liquid. Blood bending.
Woof.
Body. Enforcing your own will over there.
Sanguinis Infernus.
We have to fight these people whenever we can, wherever they are, with any means necessary.
It's an interesting thought, because how far are you willing to go to win a war?
Stop! Please!
You did teach her a thing or two, and now you're foot. Fuck yeah. Ooh.
You've outnumbered yourselves.
I'm sorry, Aang. It's okay.
Yeah, it's cool. I get it. I mean, at least Aang's awesome about that. No! Yep. It was only a matter of time.
Congratulations, Katara. You're a bloodbender.
I mean, technically she did what she set out to do. Pass that knowledge on. So, I kind of like that. That was a very interesting look at someone who felt their knowledge should be passed on. Knowledge born of suffering, of pain, and wanting that knowledge to be in the hands of another to carry on their work. Now, the trick is it's Katara. So, she is a very empathetic person. But now she has the ability to puppet master the shite out of anyone. So, this is interesting. And I know why Katara was upset, because she didn't want to learn it. She didn't want to try it, because to her it's straight up horrifying. Taking control of somebody else is completely anathema to everything that she has done in this show. And having that power scares her. But just because one holds that power does not mean that one has to use it. Knowledge for knowledge's sake is not the dangerous part. It's how you use that knowledge. That is the true measure of a person. She knows bloodbending at this point. She could probably pull the moisture out of a person like they were doing to the trees in that battle. But the question is, will she ever do it? The horrifying implications of it for her is why the end of the episode left her bawling. I get that, but this is another one of those things, I think, where they're showing the kids are growing up. That innocence is being lost even before the battle, Day of Black Sun. That's what they were calling it. It's one of those things where they are trying to not help people forget that they're kids, but kind of push them further, because I have a feeling they're going to have them do some very unkid-like things coming up. And it's almost necessary to show that shedding of innocence as they get closer to the defining moment of their lives. So, I really enjoy the storytelling in that. Yeah, that really covers it. I mean, the only other things to say is just kind of minor nitpick stuff, like, why didn't Toph hear the old woman walking up? She was hearing people screaming in a mountain. She couldn't hear somebody walking up from 20 feet? That is not exactly Toph. And this kind of stuff is what I don't like about some shows, is where they'll gloss over what someone should be, what they've already established in the show's rule book, or the Bible as they call it, and just to further plot or get some kind of jump scare or revelation. I am not a fan of that. It's like, all right, look, unless there is some mitigating circumstance where somebody is distracted or whatever. But when you're talking about the sounds of people screaming under a mountain, how far away they were from it, and someone walking up to them 30 feet away, that's a thing. So, maybe that's just my nitpick, but it did bug me a little bit. Most of the episode was revolved around the whole bloodbending thing, so you gotta say, it was decent. So now for the more odd bloodbenders, or more odd benders thus far, we have metal and blood. I wonder if we're going to see anything else. Yeah, I'm digging it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember, all good things come to an end, so I'm going to wrap up this video with a reminder that you are a power. You can change the world. You change my world every day. Help change others. Help change yourself, but only if you want to. That's another thing to remember. If you like who you are, stay you, boo. Don't change because somebody else tells you to. Because that somebody else wants to see you differently to fit themselves. And that's just not right. So, folks, thank you for coming by. Obviously, all the Linky Linkies are in the bottom. I appreciate you. I always will. To the day I die. Thank you very much. And I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one, folks.